Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and today is a very special day. Yes, it is. And that's because today is the day that we purchase ourselves a Vigilante, and when I say we, I really do mean we as outside here, my good friend Mr. My good God, what's he driving? My good God, he's driven that to a casino. Has the man no shame? Well, has the raccoon no shame? Oh, well, at least he's dressed appropriately for it, I suppose, in a jumpsuit. Yes, like I say, that's my good friend Mr. Raccoon, don't you know? And today is the day that we have decided that we are both simultaneously going to purchase the Vigilante. We have got into his vehicle here, and as you can see, we're going to head on through the town. And whoops-a-daisies, hit a car there, and whoops-a-daisies, hit a motorbike. Okay, never mind. Okie dokie, well, we'll crack on, ladies and gentlemen. No harm, no foul, you know. It wasn't us that got injured after all. Okay, so we're going along. Whoops-a-daisies, got another one, didn't we? Okay, right, never mind. Well, that really was jolly good fun, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you'll agree. Yes, like I say, me and my good friend Mr. Raccoon are heading on down to the Maze Bank offices, where we're going to go ahead and purchase this particular vehicle, and Mr. Raccoon clearly has no regard for parking outside the office with any kind of decency, you know. Never mind, he's a garbage panda, you know, so you should expect that kind of thing from him. Okay, well, here we go. And now I think he's shooting people, isn't he? He really is the most violent raccoon, that creature, you know. I've got absolutely no, don't point your gun at me, Mr. Raccoon. I'm not in the slightest bit intimidated. Bloody garbage panda. Okay, so here we are at my offices. Now, I must warn you, ladies and gentlemen, don't speak to my secretary. She sells vodka to school children, you know. Okie dokie, now I would have a drink myself, you know, but like I say, me and Mr. Raccoon are simultaneously purchasing these vehicles, so I don't have the luxury of a little quick drinky poos, and I'm going to sit right on down at the computer here, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, the Vigilante can be found under the Warstock Cash and Carry website, and there we go, scrolling down, and there we go. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, retailing for a shockingly high price of $3,750,000. And of course, I am going to go and send it to my Hillcrest residence. It's not where I'd really normally choose to purchase it, but Mr. Raccoon is somewhat insisting as that he wants to send his Vigilante up towards Hillcrest. Now we've decided to go on to go up towards the hills there in our Pegassi Zentornos. It seems like a rather fitting car to go and fit a Batman car in, you know. Okay, and there we go, $725,000 for that car, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to purchase one if you haven't got one already. They are absolutely fantastic for the money. Okay, but that's not all we're here to talk about, is it now, ladies and gentlemen? What we're here to talk about is, yes, there we go, the Vigilante, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, $3,750,000, as I'm sure you can see, this is effectively a Batmobile now, isn't it? Let's be quite frank, sort of styled on the 1990s Tim Burton version of the Batman movie, I would expect. Although those rear wheels are sort of perhaps a nod to the more recent cinematic endeavors, you know. Anyway, there we go. What do we think of it? Well, it's a rather striking looking vehicle. Not a comic book fan myself, to be quite frank with you. You know, that's why I've held off purchasing it for so long. But there we go. Mr. Raccoon really was going to get one, and I thought, why not join him, you know. Okay, so let's take it out on the street and see how she handles, ladies and gentlemen. And no, she doesn't. Okay, you see, yes, it's rather like driving, well, I won't say what it's like driving. A barge, perhaps, would be a more appropriate thing, but I'm sure you let your imagine. Whoops-a-daisies, there we go. Okay, right, sodding hell, ended up on the wall, right? Okay, I've never done that before. I think there we go, spin it around, and down the road we go. Now, this vehicle is equipped with, there we go, with a boost function. Whoops-a-daisies, right, okay, didn't realise that was Mr. Raccoon waiting for me. Terribly sorry about that, old boy. That was completely unintentional, and I've clipped him, and I'm spinning, and I'm going all over the goddamn shop, aren't I? Well, that really was rather fun, to be quite frank with you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, just an indication of some of the enjoyment you can have with this particular vehicle. Okay, now he is waiting for me there, and we've decided that we're going to have a little quick race down at Maze Bank offices. You know, he's aware of my standard lap, as he may well expect, and we don't have any grenades or missiles as of yet, so we're just going to set off and give it a go. And right, okay, there we go, flying on down the main street, ladies and gentlemen. It really is, as you can see, jolly fast. Okay, now this car does have a, whoops, it has hit a tree. Right, okay, like I said, this car does have a number of benefits, you know. It has a number of drawbacks as well, such as its turning circle, you know. But yes, in terms of benefits, it's pretty much a ramrod, ladies and gentlemen. You can drive this in there we go, just ram cars out of your way. And that's really sodding hell, except perhaps for other Batmobiles. Yes, it really is rather useful. Now, it can also be upgraded. It comes as stock with machine guns, I do believe, but it can be upgraded. Whoops, it daisies, killed a pedestrian there. Terribly sorry about that, old chap. Absolutely entirely my fault. I ran over you in a superhero car, and yes, those are, like I say, can be equipped with missiles, you know. It comes with, I believe, machine guns as standard, though. Okay, now that's pretty much the initial standard lap that we like to take now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it on back to the Maze Bank offices and take it on inside. Whoops, this is okay. Overshot it there a little bit, didn't I? Okay, never mind. Right, okay, we're going back in. We're going to take it in to see if it can be modified in the custom auto shop. Now, this is a weaponized vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, so that may present us with some difficulty. But we're about to establish that right now. And there we go. We get a message in the top left-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen, telling us this vehicle cannot be modified in the custom auto shop, and we're going to need to call out an MOC or an Avenger. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to hop on down into my interactive menu there and go and call out my Avenger. There we go. Okay, now that should spawn around the corner, and here we go. This is Mr. Raccoon. He's come along in his brand new Vigilante as well, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going to be calling in his Avenger and doing a similar thing. Now, unfortunately, mine's spawned on the top of a multi-story car park, you know, rather annoying. Taking me a rather long time to get up there. Mr. Raccoon was fortunate enough to have his spawn on the beach, and now we're going to take it on inside into the Avenger and have this vehicle upgraded. Now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, really just come with a limited number of options, to be quite frank with you, and we'll be out of here in no time at all. Still, we've sped the video up to double speed just to hurry things along somewhat, you know. Okay, so there we go. Comes with bulletproof tires as standard, don't you know. Now, I should actually point out that this vehicle, like I say, is right. Oh, bloody hell! Right, okay, I have no idea what I'm saying right now. Okay, well, perhaps I should sing you a song. No, perhaps that's not the appropriate thing to do during this video. Okay, so yes, like I say, we're going through the modifications here, engine upgrades and whatnot. You can see the different colorations, and you can the different styles and colors you can affect to your vehicle there, ladies and gentlemen. And crew color, not at all. I think I'm going to go with boring. And white looks quite fancy on it, doesn't it? Quite really, but it's really the Batmobile, ladies and gentlemen. And so yes, it's going to have to remain in a black there. Okie dokie, and there we go, exit the, yes, that's exactly what I want to do, and unfortunately on top of the roof, and I can't get to the ramp, so I'm going to have to send my Avenger back in. Okay, yes, return to storage, I believe. Where the bloody hell is it? There we go. Okay, jolly good. Right, okay, now, these missiles, like I say, I have had, I really don't know, I really couldn't say. You know, it's just occurred, this is rather embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen, it's just occurred to me that I'm trying to do a review video for this vehicle, and I've just realized that I haven't tested the damn thing at all, so I suppose I better go off and do that now before I carry on with the review video, and I'll be right back. Okay, finally back. Didn't need to leave a pause there, but did it for dramatic effect, you know. Okay, anyway, on with the review. Now, I'm afraid that I was stumbling over my words there, and it really was in regard to the missiles that this particular vehicle does come equipped with, you know, as I was about to provide sort of a review, as it were, on how effective they were, and it occurred to me I didn't have the faintest idea. And so I've gone ahead and performed those necessary tests now, and we'll be doing those shortly, but now it's time for the standard lap. Okay, then we're waiting for Mr. Raccoon to turn up, don't you know, and right, okay, and bloody hell, well, the sodding cheek of it. After all the crap he's given me for painting my cars purple, he's gone and put his Batman. That's absolutely impressive. What a cheek. Okay, he really is a rotten garbage panda, that girl. And bloody hell, right, okay, now I've hit the, yes, okay. Right, got driven off the road by a family wagon there, didn't I? Okay, Kogi. Now, like any particular, if there are any viewers out there who have watched all of the videos, and I very much doubt that, then you may be wondering why I'm claiming that Mr. Raccoon has had to go and purchase himself a Batmobile, when in fact, in an earlier video, he's quite clearly seen to be driving around in one, and that's because he went and sold the darn thing, you know. Purchased it, sold it, carried on without one, and then he's decided no, he wants to go and purchase one again, and he's bent my arm, and I've agreed to whoops, a daisies, oh, sodding hell, right, okay, well, you know, I've been waiting for that to happen quite some time, quite happy to do it in this car, you know, right, okay, and down, right, okay, what's it, sodding hell. Right, okie dokie, I'm gonna have to get out of here now, and I got the wretched thing stuck, haven't I? Okie dokie, a little bit of up and atomizer, and there we go, all problems can be solved. Right here, like I said, I've been waiting for that to happen for a long time. I suppose a boost-powered car was quite inevitable to eventually get over that hard left corner. Okay, so what is a review of the Vigilante, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's the fastest ground vehicle on the game. There's nothing else that goes along the ground that can beat it, you know. Its handling, well, it doesn't have handling, ladies and gentlemen. It sort of just slowly arcs around the corner like a setting sun, you know. Absolutely, I mean, as you can see, it's just absolutely awful, you know. The vehicle is weaponized. Those weapons are particularly good, as we shall see quite shortly. And acceleration, well, it's got a rocket boost, ladies and gentlemen, so what more do you want? Okie dokie, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Vigilante. There's not much point in taking it up to the track, you know, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to beat pretty much everything else out there. And so, despite Mr. Raccoon's insistence, I've refused the bloody hell, right? Yes, okay, well, I can see where this is going, and this sort of behavior could continue for quite some time unless I relent. Okay, well, we will be sending it up to the track, ladies and gentlemen, but first I just want to give you a quick look at some of the more functional aspects of this vehicle. And like I say, this vehicle is a battering ram, although unfortunately from time to time that sort of thing can happen, you know. But like I say, broadly speaking, 9 times out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, this vehicle can be used to just ram other cars off the road, even sort of going head on at them as they're coming down the motorway. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it really doesn't present much problem. And there we go. Now, of course, the other main attribute of this vehicle is missiles, and this is what I needed to go and test out before I was able to complete this video, don't you know? And I was able to establish quite quickly, ladies and gentlemen, that these missiles really are very good indeed, you know. They're not like the buzzard missiles, which can be quite temperamental, not always for finding their intended targets, you know. These, as far as I can make it, I don't think I fired a single... Oops, that Daisy's right, okay. Yes, well, I was going to say, I haven't fired a single rocket that missed its target, but, yes, perhaps that was one of them. Okie dokie, so yes, now it is worth pointing out that these missiles do launch up and away, you know, sort of preventing you from blowing yourself up as you're going along the ground. But if you want to get something in the air, it is perhaps advisable to angle yourself up as I am doing here. Okie dokie, although it is not necessary at the right distance, and it will require you getting the right distance, you can lock onto helicopters, and as I say, 9 out of 10 of these missiles are going to hit their target. They really are pretty much as accurate as the Luxo or Ruiner missiles. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, well, here we are. As I say, Mr. Raccoon was rather insistent, as you saw, so we brought this Vigilante up to the track, and now we're going to find out how it compares against other rocket-powered vehicles. Now, this is the Scramjet, owned by my good friend Mr. Raccoon there. His name's the Bromby. He has a channel of his own. If you type the Bromby into YouTube, you should be able to find it, and why don't you go and check that out? Now, the Scramjet does have a boost, just like the Vigilante, but the Vigilante's recharge is much faster, and as a result, it's going to beat the Scramjet around the track every single time, and there we go. Okie dokie, and slam into a tractor. Okay, jolly good. So then, right, what are we going to go ahead and try this vehicle up against next? Well, like I said, we'll all be rocket-powered cars. There is no point in trying against conventional vehicles. We'll be launching a rocket to indicate the races. We can't throw grenades. And we're going up against the Oppressor Mark II on this occasion. And there we go, simply boosting along, and it really is extremely easy. Now, I am spamming that boost button. It doesn't seem to be working currently. Could have got another boost in before we got to the top of that corner. As you can see, terribly wide turning circle there, ladies and gentlemen. But that boost really does does make up for it. Okay, and like I say, effectively speaking, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go along the ground, this is going to pretty much be the fastest vehicle to do it in. Okay, another very fast vehicle because of the booster facility is the Oppressor Mark 1, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what we're going to go up against now. I'm on my Oppressor Mark 1. Mr. Raccoon, as you can see, has brought out his purple Vigilante, and we're going to set off right now. Okay, and here we go. Right now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I am on the Oppressor Mark 1 there. I'm not doing a bad job at keeping up with him, you know. But unfortunately, yeah, I could boost right now, but I'm rather close to the corner, so I think I'll hold off on that maneuver. Got around the corner quicker than him, though. Got around first, you know, hitting that boost. I'm in the lead, and no. No, here comes the Vigilante, like I say. Its booster does seem to replenish somewhat quicker, perhaps lasts for a little bit longer, and it's going to get across that line first every single time, ladies and gentlemen. What the bloody hell's he doing? Where the hell are you going, Mr. Raccoon? Come back here, for God's sake. Right, okay, there he is down there. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Vigilante, the Batmobile on GTA Online. Should you purchase it? Well, it really is rather expensive, you know. It can't fly like the Oppressor Mark II. It can't, jump like the Scramjet, ladies and gentlemen. It effectively, to be quite frank with you, has been surpassed by other vehicles, but it is quite a fun car, so why don't you go ahead and purchase it if you've got a bloody hell sodding Raccoon. Okie dokie, well, I suppose I should have expected that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.